listening to KFWB News Talk 980. My name is Les Brown. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm a speech coach, author, and the host of this show from 2 o'clock until 4 o'clock, Monday through Friday. And this show is different than anything that's on radio. Our goal and objective is to inject positivity in your day, to inspire you to pursue your dreams. You have something special. You've got greatness within you. Trust me, I know you've done some things that you feel good about, but the best is yet to come. You have the ability to do more than you could ever begin to imagine. And sometimes we have subjects that you can talk about, that you can listen to, that you can engage in conversations and bring your story to bear and create change for other people that's listening. This is something that I want you to listen to very closely. And I've got to confess to you about something. I want you to think about some goal and dream that you'd like to achieve, something in your personal life, something in your professional life, and some financial goal that you'd like to achieve. And as you pull that up for yourself right now, I want you to say to yourself that it's possible. I want you to listen right closely. You know, my goal in life has been able to show people they can achieve more than they can ever begin to imagine in life. And that in order to get through that, there are emotional and mental barriers we have to overcome to achieve things, and many times relationships. But many people find themselves stuck. Many people feel stuck right now, particularly in this economy. And if you're one of those individuals, you are about to get a breakthrough, because I want you to listen to the story, and perhaps you've already heard it, of Zach Anner. He's a 26-year-old filmmaker from Austin, Texas. Zach was one of hundreds of people who submitted videos to OWN, that's Oprah Winfrey's new network, the prize having their own TV talk show. Now, Zach sent in a video and he won. Oh, one other thing. Zach, if you didn't know, he has cerebral palsy. That's right, cerebral palsy. That's part of Zach's internet video that he submitted. Oh, rather, I want you to listen to this, please.
Hey America! My name is Zach. I'm from Austin, Texas, and I heard Oprah was giving away a show to somebody that really wanted it and had something to say. And I've got a lot to say, but I didn't know exactly where I would fit because I have something called cerebral palsy, which I believe is the sexiest of the palsies.
He calls cerebral palsy the sexes of the palsies. Now, this guy has a sense of humor. Now, that's just part of Zach's internet video that he submitted, which has received more than 9 million votes. And yes, even though he's in a wheelchair, he's a bit of a comedian. During one part, as he is putting on his clothes, Zach says, "This isn't yoga. I'm just putting on pants." Now, Lee Mitzer, the show's executive producer, says that you do see the chair and he has some erratic movements, but once he starts to talk and you talk to him, you can see that his chair and his body are not what he's all about. He's a bright guy with a lot of great ideas, and he's funny. Now, there are different grades of cerebral palsy, which is caused by abnormalities in parts of the brain that control muscle movements. In mild cases, patients may have slurred speech and motor impairments. In severe ones, the symptoms include irregular posture and spastic behavior of movement and inability to walk. Now, despite Zach's disabilities, he does have a lot of confidence. He credits his parents for that. His mother teaches acting and playwriting at the University of Buffalo. His father is a bartender and videographer with a passion for travel. Zach explains how his parents insisted he attend regular schools and be treated just like other children. He says, "My family is weird in a very good way because I was always exposed to the arts. Everything was always about finding creative energy and finding different ways to do things." Now, Zach has his plans for his TV show. He said, "I want to find a way to speak to the broadest audience possible. We've all got hurdles, and we all have to overcome and overcome something in mine and not necessarily any bigger than anyone else's." Now, Zach has no intention to be seen as a trailblazer for people with disabilities. He said, it's only kind of dawned on me now that it's having this profound effect on people. My best advice to anybody who has a child with a disability is to really find the tools for that person to thrive and find what their true passions are, because the rest will follow. Now, the reason I bring up the Zach story is because I meet people every day who have goals and dreams, and they have functional limbs, and they don't have the disabilities that Zach has, and they're talking about they're being stopped. Their faculties are working, and I'm one of them. I heard about the OWN promotion to put shows on, and I was one of those people that my conversation to myself, I'm not going to submit anything, because they'll probably look at my stuff and say, oh, that's Les Brown. He's a has-been. He had a show 10 years ago. They probably won't select me because they'll say I'm too old. Psychologists say that most of our negative self-talk goes undetected by our conscious mind. Zach did something I didn't do. I want to talk to you. I went around and talked to over 18 different producers. Someone set up meetings for me last year, 2010. And I did not submit anything because I didn't believe in my stuff and didn't have the courage to send my stuff in like Zach did. I could have said to myself, well, look, they might say, look, he's had his experience. He's seasoned now, and he's better now, and he brings more to the table. Zach didn't have any experience, but he had confidence in himself. Zach never had a talk show until now. He was willing to put himself out there. What's holding you back? Have you ever stopped yourself? Of course, we all have. So I want to hear from you. If you stuck, you call. You stuck? I want to hear from you. What's stopping you? Because this time from now until 4 o'clock, in honor of Zach, I've just given you something to think about. Because I'm clear that you have something special. I'm clear that all of us are here for a reason. I'm clear that everybody wants to live a life that has meaning, that has value, a life of achievement, a life that you can be engaged, a life where you have meaningful relationships, a life that you have positive emotions around how you feel about yourself and your life and the work that you know that is yours to do. And I'm here to help you get that breakthrough. The number to call is 888-539-2980. He really caused me to think about the decision that I made not to submit a video to OWN. And a lot of people suggested, Les, why don't you submit something to Oprah's channel? Oh, no, they no, that's okay. They probably wouldn't even consider me. Have you ever written off something? Have you ever discounted yourself? Have you ever took yourself off the list? One of the biggest mistakes I made when I got out of high school, it was a community theater, and there's a play that I wanted that role. And I didn't go to the audition because I felt that I would not be good enough. I felt that I would not be selected, and I've always had a problem with rejection. That's something that I've always had, and I didn't show up. And somebody else who had less talent and less ability, I went to the play the opening night, sat in the back with tears in my eyes as I watched them perform, and everybody who saw me come in said, that's Les's role. Man, Les would have eaten that up. And I sat in the back and I said to myself, I'll never, ever underestimate myself again. I will never, ever put other people's talents, abilities, and skills above mine. And I kept that for the most part, but not always. Sometimes I discounted myself and I didn't even realize it. I want to hear from you. If you're stuck right now, let's have a conversation about that. You stuck? You call. Call me now. 888-539-2980. Let's deal with it. 888-539-2980. It's no accident that you're listening to me right now. Your fingers are just beginning to move. You get a little shook up now. Yeah, you caused me to think. Let's get out my head. Yeah, it's time for that dream to come out, and I'm going to pull it out. 888-539-2980. You're listening to KFWB News Talk 980.